90-90 with overhead reach. Start by lying with both your knees and hips at 90-degree angles. Put both hands out in front of you stacked on top of one another. Keeping your bottom hand in place, take your top hand and draw a circle over the top of your head to the opposite side of your body while keeping your hips and knees locked to the ground. Retrace that circle back over the top of your head to the starting position. Do one set of 10 repetitions on each side. Lying Superman. Start by lying flat with your stomach on the ground, your legs straight out behind you, and your arms overhead with your palms on the floor. Simultaneously lift your hands and feet off the floor by contracting your glutes and upper back. Hold for 1 second at the top and then return to the starting position with hands and feet resting on the floor. Repeat for 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Overhead wall slides. Start with your heels, glutes, mid-back, and head resting up against a wall. Bring your arms into a low hands-up position with the back of your hands and forearms touching the wall. While slightly pushing into the wall and maintaining all points of contact, slide your arms overhead against the wall. From here, slightly pull into the wall as you lower your arms back into the low hands-up position. Repeat for 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Standing tees. Start by standing tall and raising both arms out in front to have a 90-degree angle at the shoulder. Turn both hands palms up. Begin to pull your hands backwards by squeezing your shoulder blades, almost as if you're trying to touch them together. Hold for 1 second and then bring them back to the starting position. Repeat for 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Bent over W's. Start by bringing your hands to the low hands up position while your palms are rotated towards each other. Hinge at the hips by moving the glutes backwards and leaning forward while maintaining the low hands up position. Begin bringing the elbows and hands backwards by squeezing your shoulder blades together. Hold for 1 second and then bring them back to the starting position. Repeat for 2 sets of 10 repetitions. Single arm farmer's carry with resistance. Start by choosing an item that will act as resistance. This could be anything and you can be creative. It should be heavy, but only to the point where you can still stand up straight with it in one hand. Set a clear path that you can walk with your item. It could be a bedroom, a hallway, or your backyard. Begin by picking up your item in one hand and walking at a slow pace with your shoulders back in good posture to your destination. Once you've reached the end of your path, swap hands or return to where you started. Depending on the resistance and distance, you could do more or less sets. Try 3 sets of down and back and reassess the weight and distance. Bent over row with resistance. Start by choosing an item or items that will act as resistance. This could be anything and you can be creative. Items with built-in handles like milk jugs or handbags might be preferred but not required. Hinge at the hips by moving the glutes backwards and leaning forward while keeping your back straight. Begin to pull the items to your rib cage by lifting your elbows and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Slowly lower the items back down to the starting position right above the knees. Repeat for 2 to 4 sets and 8 to 15 repetitions depending on the resistance.